No, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't the Far Cry 7 villain reveal or anything. This is, in fact, an apology video. The best kind of apology video, ladies and gentlemen. The one that we can just laugh at together. Now, if it's one thing you know about me, I like covering whatever I want. Just in, like, a span of a week or two, we talked about Wayfair, we talked about Blue Whale, we talked about Yandere Dev. I like to cover things that I do. And for some reason, your boy Muda is attracted to the beauty community. Now, I won't make this video just to report on fucking beauty community nonsense, because that's really not what I do. What I like to do is make a video and ultimately have, like, a message I want to pass through the video. I like to get a little bit preachy over the internet. So, ladies and gentlemen, since I'm off my meds, we'll sit back, relax, and watch a juicy, nice apology video together. Now, this one video is called Doing What's Right by good old Jeffree Star. Now, if you don't know Jeffree Star is like the internet's biggest villain at this point, like a super villain. And he made like this 10-minute, 36-second long apology video. We're only going to watch some highlights. This is number 4 on fucking trending. Okay? This is a big deal. All right? This is a big deal. It hit trending. Not only did it hit trending, but it hit mainstream media, okay? The moment this video was uploaded to this day, we're talking about E-News, celebrity gossip. Everyone talked about this. And when they start talking about it, that's the only news site that YouTube will ever fucking listen to. In fact, this situation escalated so hard. Shane Dawson, you know, who got caught for making not just one, not just 2 jokes about pedophilia or anything, or kids. We're talking about 200-300 jokes. Got his whole channel demonetized for like fucking months on end, okay? So it's pretty bad, all right? It got bad. YouTube outright had to step in. Now, normally, I'm a little offended if you think about it, because over here, whenever drama occurs, YouTube doesn't really get involved half the time. They don't get involved to the massive levels that these guys can just conjure up in a matter of days. It takes us weeks. It takes us nukes to launch before YouTube gets involved, right? But for the beauty community, I mean, they make one big video and it's just viral news for the next couple days. Enough for like YouTube heads to respond. So let's just watch this video real quick.
To the chaos. When I filmed my video called Never Doing It Again, I meant every word in the video. Did I slip up? Am I human? Have I done some fucked up things? Of course I have. But at the end of the day, today, once again, I will not be exposing anyone. For everyone saying Jeffree's gonna be coming with the receipts and we all need to get ready to forgive, that is the opposite of who I am. I know I'm dramatic, I'm crazy at times.
Oh yeah, it's because we really don't have the receipts to give, do we? You know full well if you had them ironclad fucking receipts, they'd be plastered all over the goddamn screen. Trust me, I know what the beauty community is like. I've seen enough of this content. I've embroiled myself enough to know. If they had them ironclad receipts, they'd be plastered for the years to come.
Get caught up in the hype? Did I do dumb shit? And did I not just simply call James Charles and ask questions myself? 100%. And that is my fault. I would like to personally apologize to James Charles for the words that I've said and for my actions. If I was really close with someone, I should have had the ability to just simply call them and ask and say, hey, these were the things that were being said to me. Instead, I didn't. I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes, and I really fell for a lot of things and I got caught up in the hype. It's disgusting.
Got caught up in the hype. May I remind the audience, Jeffree is like 34 years old. The other woman, Tati, whatever the fuck her name was also like 38 or something, nearly pushing 40 at this point. When the fuck did reasonably like middle-aged adults decide to act like fucking children and say, I was really gassed up behind the scenes? All right, let's really? Really now? Like, I'm 26 years old. Come on, at this point I know at least like 1,000 times better than this shit. What the fuck is going on? There's clearly a disconnect or something.
Their business like nothing's happening. And I think that drama and the beauty world, which I have definitely been a part of, it all has to stop. Now, 6 months ago before COVID.
Wait a minute. Pourquoi? The drama in the beauty community's gotta stop? Oh, fuck no. How are you guys gonna sell palettes then? How are you gonna have a fucking plot? What the hell? You're single-handedly ruining the fucking thing that runs this goddamn racket. What's wrong with it? Come on. You can't do that. That wouldn't work.
Now, Shane Dawson, He is one of my best friends and someone who helped me remember who I am when I was starting to crack and lose focus of who I really was. He is genuine, amazing, he is selfless, and he is one of the most kind people that I've ever met in my entire world. I know that Shane would put his family and friends before himself in a flash.
I like that apology a lot. You know, I'm glad that he fucking defended, you know, Shane Dawson and all of this, you know, after he pretty much got lynched over the internet, after YouTube completely demonetized the whole thing. I'm glad that he finally stepped in to defend his friend. This is how, like, I actually fucking respect Jeffree Star. This guy's a fucking genius. He understands exactly how the social media game works. Now, you have to understand, a cancellation on the internet lasts like a week to 2 weeks. You could do the most abhorrent shit in the world. Okay, like literally the most abhorrent nonsense. People will cancel you. They will rile up against you. But after a week to 2 weeks, or whenever the next piece of juicy internet shit happens, they will insta-jump to the other ship and completely forget about what they were angry before. He finally steps in to defend his friend after he's been lynched over the fucking internet. I mean, I'm glad that you did. It's great. But let's not fucking pretend that this wasn't calculated to an extent either. Remember, this guy is one of the fucking smartest dudes running social media. That's a goddamn fact. He's made it because he knows how to run the game. He knows how to run that racket.
I was actually truly shocked that people thought that I was going to distance myself from him or that my silence was anything but support. I know Shane from now. I don't know Shane from 10 years ago, and he doesn't know me from 10 years ago. Now, do I agree with Shane's past actions? Of course I don't. And does he agree with my past behavior? Of course.
Well, I'm glad they made that shit pretty fucking clear. You know, it's good that he mentioned that. You know, I totally am on board with, like, defending your friends, but not defending your friends when they've done some really, really, really dumb shit. At that point, you also have to fucking stand against them and tell them what the fuck they did wrong. I mean, I understand that. God bless. You know, big claps for that. Good shit. Good top 10 primo response. I like it.
All right, now, no matter what narrative anyone tries to spin of me, I am so fucking proud to own an inclusive makeup company. Since I opened my doors in 2014, I have created products for everyone. Any product, shade, or formula I've created has worked for any race, gender, and most importantly, I want you guys to remember that.
I love this part too. I love it. Like, this is like after the apology. Now we got a pepper and everything where it's like, but hey, you might fucking hate me for some pretty valid actions, but here's a lot of things that I've done that almost should negate all of it. I love the inclusive brand, like all beauty matters and shit. I like how, like, the brand is like super fucking inclusive too. Like, God bless you. I mean, what was it gonna fucking work on dead people too? Was it gonna put some life into their skin or some shit? What are we gonna go with here, huh?
Just know that it has been very important to actually self-reflect and not just grab my phone and say whatever I'm feeling in that moment. This has been me silent.
Yeah, that's what lawyers often tell you. It's like, shut the fuck up and actually not ruin your case going forward. Now, that's really all that I'm going to be digging out of this whole, like, apology. I can't watch it longer than I already have. It's going to fucking kill my brain cells. But as you can see, his fan base has been taking it, 470,000 likes. But then there's also been 366,000 dislikes. And I swear at one point the comments were on when I first watched this, and now the comments are just not available. So clearly there was something there was definitely some weird reason that this got turned off, unless I'm having some weird, like, Mandela effect moment or some shit like that, where I guess this comment section was on and everyone I talked to said that it was on at some point. Maybe it was always off. I don't know. Correct me in the comment section below. Now, it's because of this that Jeffree Star has also financed the career of, may I remind you, half these fucking T-channels, dude. It's kind of, Jeffree Star is in big trouble. Jeffree Star finally speaks out. Everything wrong with the apology. My favorite is this one channel, The Drama Investigator. Crime scene, do not cross. God damn it. You can't make this shit up. All right, I also like how, like, the titles, they're so good with the algorithm and, like, monetization. You gotta love it. They changed arrested with a $sign and 3. And then it's like dies with D1E $, dude. This is where like Drama Alert and, like, fucking half the site. This is where they all got their idea. This is where they all figured it out. These T channels are fucking apex, man. They're god tier. I love it. the final like message of this whole video is just talking about cancel culture. Now, this is the prime example of when cancel culture fucking backfires on these individuals. Clearly, they did some shitty things, okay? They ran some shitty stuff. And honestly, a lot of this beauty community drama just boils down to starting it up, making these like abhorrent accusations like these sex scandals that were happening with James Charles back in the day, right? They make this stuff, they spark up all this controversy because they have to fucking, it boils down to making a fucking tons of cash. Selling pallets, selling vitamin pills, selling whatever the fuck they're trying to peddle to you. I mean, without a doubt, these guys are the biggest advertising channels imaginable. It's like every single one of their videos, it's a sponsored ad at this point, except it's not Raid Shadow Legends or anything else providing the fucking ad. It's them themselves making these pallets. Am I gonna shit on their business acumen? Hell no. They're fucking great. I mean, at the end of the day, when they spark all this drama, we're talking millions of dollars are actually being made. If you don't believe me, do the math real quickly. These are some of the biggest channels on YouTube, and when they make a limited edition palette, which goes for a fair amount of cash to an audience that constantly is buying new makeup merch all the time, you can bet they're definitely making like good 7 figures off of this stuff. These are people with highly profitable fucking businesses in the makeup industry. So it's in their benefit to run all this drama shit possible. Now, going on this cancel culture stuff, Jeffree Star actually lost his retail partner, one of his like sponsors, one of his like one of the people his brand was associated with, Morphe brushes or whatever the fuck it called. So clearly it did actually affect him, like financially. Like this, you know, you might say like cancel culture to an extent when it happens at this much of a scale. Nowadays, when sponsors are being talked to immediately, when this Pandora's box is now open, sponsors just immediately jump away. And I don't really agree with that. I mean, whatever happens, sponsors will jump away from a lot of these deals simply because of the negative attention. It doesn't matter if the attention is true or if it isn't, or how bad it is, or if it's like blown up way out of proportion. They're just going to drop ties with you because it's quite honestly way easier to do than to like try to explain to your audience why you're sticking with somebody that's fucking problematic. And that's just the reality of the situation. You don't believe me? It is what it is. Now, one of the things that he was getting hit for was like racism and shit, which like this is a video back in 2017 when he already talked about like racism, and that makeup is put on so good that I swear to God, I think I'm watching a deepfake video. It's actually kind of insane. But even recently, like a lot of people brought up this thing called like Jeffree Star's Nazi Past, which is once started a failed lipstick brand called Lipstick Nazi. And I did the research. I went to Wayback Machine and I found like this one page, Lipstick Nazi, which is a definition. Jeffree Star, the Immaculate Queen of Cosmetics. Don't really know how that's a definition from that word, but hey man, I can't say that I'm the expert with the English language. I'm just a fucking engineer, so maybe I'm wrong. And then you've got this one over here, Lipstick Nazi, which like... like, yeah, you know, I'll just be honest with you. This page says it great. Claims he only said racist slurs out of anger in the moment. These people are digging up like shit from literally 2005, 2006, okay? This is around the same time. Just a couple years after this, I was saying some really abhorrent shit on Xbox Live. So I'm not gonna fucking call out Jeffree Star for any of this. Looking at some of these brands, I don't even know if they're real or not, but he's got like this, he's got like swastikas and like German eagles. Like it is kind of wild. It is kind of out there. And it says, but no one starts a neo-Nazi themed brand because they were bullied or were in a dark place. Made questionable excuses for his racism when he got caught, yet hides and denies that you don't know about. You know, if it's one thing I've learned is Jeffree knows how to fucking run an audience. Like this audience of his, it's not Jeffree that's the problem. It's the fucking audience that's the problem. Okay, because this audience is such a volatile audience that they were running around canceling everyone for shit. You know, the reason I brought up Jeffree's past and all of his sponsors being gone too, these are the exact approaches his audience has been using to almost every other creator. When they made false allegations to one creator, they dogpiled. They did all they could. These are the people that are the definition of the worst aspect of cancel culture. They dig up shit from 15, 20 fucking years ago, however long. They utilize it constantly against them. This audience actually is so fucking manipulated. It's so easy to like lead them in any direction. done. Like, this guy was caught doing completely abhorrent, dumb shit. This audience went from hating him, his audience, right? And then as soon as he comes back, makes this fucking obvious, like, manufactured apology video, which, let's be real. Let's be fucking real. There were so many aspects of this that if you were to take this critically, it was almost bullshit, all right? A lot of it was, in my opinion. And his audience immediately goes from hating him to now a good chunk of them are liking it again. They're so easily led. And there's the same audience that just goes in and buys all the stuff these guys constantly peddle out. These guys craft the like the WWE of drama, except their drama covers topics that are incredibly serious. Okay, sexual assault allegations, things like that, things where you've got law enforcement agencies having to look into, things where YouTube has to directly step in and take care of. You've got issues where whatever their actions are, whatever they say, whatever they do, ultimately affects all of us as a whole. Because now that sponsors are targeted, now that YouTube's cracking down on hardcore demonetizations, now because of all this, YouTube has to really go through another potential apocalypse. These guys effectively just get away with whatever they do because their audiences almost let them, in my opinion. And it's their audiences that are like some of the most vocal cancel culturists on the goddamn platform to begin with. It's truly a wild day in hell. And I guarantee you, a fucking year from now, okay, a year from now, there's going to be some new drama in the fucking beauty community. It's the lifeblood that keeps this whole beauty economy in check. You don't fucking believe me? Every time sales are fucking low or every time they got to make that palette, I guarantee you some shit sparks up between creators. The community gets involved. The T channels get involved and they keep fucking sparking those flames up. And then at the end of the day, they all walk away with a big fat fucking paycheck. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a fucking wild ride. But that being said, though, I'm gonna back out of it. You know, Jeffree Star, probably one of the fucking smartest guys running social media possible. I think everything here was carefully crafted. It was wild. One of the weirdest apologies that I've ever seen. And quite honestly, I can't wait for this shit to spark up a year from now again. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I got a big Metal Gear video project to finish, so I'm going to get right on that. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it. If you dislike it, I am out.